12% of all Americans over the age of 5 who are not in an institution have some sort of a disability, according to statistics from Cornell University in 2016. That's an incredible chunk of our population. Now, what percentage of your local church is made up of people who have a disability? Are we, as a church, as a body of believers, effectively reaching out to those with disabilities in our own communities? My thesis statement for today is research shows that churches should reach out and positively affect families and individuals affected by disability by incorporating them in the local church and by teaching all members of the congregation to see those with disabilities as valuable, contributing members of the church body. First, I'll talk on why churches should reach out to those with disabilities, and then I will address how to accomplish this task by teaching the members of the congregation to view those with disabilities as valuable members of the church body. I hope to persuade you to view those with disabilities as valuable and important, and to view them as co-workers with you in God's kingdom. So, point 1. Why should you, as a Christian, reach out to those with disabilities and include them? First of all, they're made in the image of God, as it says in Psalm 139, 13 through 14 in the NIV. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. God created us, and he knows it full well. He made us exactly how he wants us to be made. It says in Genesis 1:27 in the NIV, so God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. God created every single person, whether they have a disability or not, in his image, for his own glory. And God includes them. God includes those with disabilities. Here's a quote from Johnny Erickson Tata and Steve Bundy in a book called Beyond Suffering, written in 2011, about the Luke 14 mandate. It says, this mandate of including people with disabilities is not simply a ministry of benevolence. Though they may have limited financial means, the church will be blessed as a result of their inclusion. Though the Pharisees viewed reciprocity in terms of what they could anticipate from those who with riches and influence, make no mistake about it. People with disabilities are also able to repay with their presence and lives. In Luke 14:14, we find that not only will there be an earthly blessing, but a heavenly one as well. You will be repaid at the resurrection of the righteous. My second point is attitudes to develop and reach out with full inclusion. There are 5 stages that every individual or church should progress through and aim for full inclusion of people with disabilities as co-laborers. My visual aid from Elam Christian Services in 2012 shows the 5 stages that everyone should go through, from ignorance, pity, care, finally to friendship and co-laborers. So the first stage, ignorance. Not aware of needs and not even caring. People with disabilities, they just don't see them as important. They might think, oh, they don't have enough faith, or God doesn't really care. So the second stage is pity. There are needs, but there's someone else's problems. People may think, oh, I'm blessed by God that I can help others, but really it's someone else's problem. The third stage is care. There are needs, and I can serve them. It's more of a ministry of what can I do for them. It's good to progress that far. They see that people with disabilities are created in God's image. But even better is stage 4, friendship. Coming to know someone with a disability as a friend, as someone you can fellowship with, as a person created in God's image. But finally, stage 5, co-laborers. Fellow workers in God's kingdom, we can work together for the glory of God. It's not us versus them. It's all of us together bringing glory to the Lord Jesus Christ. So in restating of my thesis statement, research shows that churches should reach out and positively affect families and individuals affected by disability by incorporating them in the local church, and by teaching all members of the congregation to see those with disabilities as valuable contributing members of the church body. So, what can you do to reach out to others? Where do you see yourself or your local church in the spectrum of the 5 stages of disability awareness? And where would you like to be? Are you still in ignorance? Or maybe somewhere along care? Or finally, co-laborers? As Christians, we need to reach out and incorporate entire families affected by disability into the church. Not just minister to them, like it would be in care, but serve alongside them. Be friends with them and work together for the glory of God. We must combat the ignorance and apathy and develop meaningful friendships and relationships with people with disabilities that we may all glorify the Lord together. Thank you.